Superstition, Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright, how to dissect all this. She is genuine. I will start with that. She is genuine about, like, you know, being great. I'm happy I won't be alone up there. But with a 30 insight, her heart isn't really in being great. Like, the other statement would be true, but the foundation of it is less true. Shaky. This, I will say, with a 30, she is holding something back from you. Like, there is, like, information that she can maneuver around that you don't know, so thus it's easy for her to maneuver around it. She's just holding something back from you. What else? But let me ask you, is there any question you want answered with a 30 insight?
So, what will you do when you find it?
Mr. Jack's treasure? Oh, I have my plans.
In you, if I'm being honest.
Huh?
I'm asking more myself for you. I never really thought till recently what I would do if I did accomplish one.
Well, if I find Mr. Jack's treasure, I'd be the best thief of all time. I feel like I'd probably spend a lot of it just buying whatever. Rent out a whole hotel for a month. Chill. Invite you guys. Pay for your expenses.
I'd wager you'd spend a lot of that wealth just protecting it.
I don't think so. Because then only I would know where it's being kept. Now, fair enough. I would probably spend some of it protecting myself. But I know some people.
Seems like a good plan.
And then, I don't know. I could do a bunch of different things with it. I could be a good person and go donate it to all the temples in the world. Or I could be endeavoring and invest in a bunch of different markets and businesses and firms and get ongoing revenue from that.
As I say, when she says donate it to the temples, he just looks over at her and cocks a slight smirk.
Yeah, she ain't fucking doing that. You know she ain't doing that. With all that money, I could do whatever I want. Maybe toss some of it the government's way so they don't send like a special watch team at me. That would be bad.
Seems prudent. But what about after that? After you've bought everything you want?
I don't know. I'm definitely curious as to what priceless treasures there are in this stash. See what's up with those. Maybe start another adventure.
Priceless treasure. Hard to even imagine.
Not really. Think of it like this. Your sword. It's your sword, even if you give it to Blair a couple times. If I stole that, left a nasty note, maybe stabbed someone with it, like Tolus, absconded with it in the dead of night, left a breadcrumb trail for you to follow, You swore undying vengeance on me and chased after me. But I was always one step ahead and just chasing different leads myself. How much money you think goes into all that? The travel fees, the food, the nights of rest or lack thereof. Maybe there is someone that could put a price to that, like Exalted Octavian. He is the god of money. But to you and me, it is priceless, right?
He just looks up at the sky and does a slight, very, very sage nod at that. If you stole this sword from me, it would make us the same, because I stole it from someone as well.
You did?
From my father.
Huh. Didn't think you stole it. That's... Well, does he miss it?
No. No,
well,
I don't.
I suppose you didn't really steal it then.
I don't really think one can steal destiny. I think it's those with the greatest will to power achieve it.
Well, legends I hear say otherwise. You totally can steal destinies. She does like a neck slice motion, ending them before their time.
Then it was always your destiny.
Now we're in theology. If only Lambert were here.
Just sort of gets up at that. I haven't given up on him. I hope you know that.
Well, that's good, I guess. I don't know. If he wanted for all this to happen, I don't know if I'd be stepping on his intentions, trying to go find him, or proving how much I did care about him by chasing after him. I don't know.
Just looks over her. Sounds like you have more than one dream.
Don't we all? She says with like a forlorn smile at you.
But in chasing one, you might lose the other.
Maybe. Or maybe by chasing one, I can attain the other.
Perhaps so.
All the priceless treasure in the world, I'm sure there's something that can help. So she steps up. You know, in that vein, you could help me.
How much are you paying?
I don't have enough money to afford you. Sorry. But if you're willing to be paid in experience until you can get paid physically. I'm just saying. I don't have to leave if we actually are willing to go chase after all this. And you guys promised.
Just nods.
I mean, you guys sort of already did say you're going to do it when we first met. But stuff happened, so I understand. So, a second new promise?
Then why don't we meet? Talk it through. You can make your decision afterwards.
Fine. But don't tell anyone else. Like, Anushka knows. But she looks down at the ground thinking how to say it from her, and then after some time passes, she looks back up at you. I'm not a damsel in distress, right? I'm not looking to pay you guys or promise you guys anything necessarily to get you to help me. If you guys aren't willing to help me by default, then you need some sort of allure or reward at the end of it. I don't know if I want that help. Unless she gestures between you and her. Our dreams align.
Money and power are typically a mated pair.
You can use one to get the other. Although the conversion rate from money to power and power to money are different.
He just sort of like rights himself up as he takes a step back from the ledge. And it's settled. Come down when you're ready.
Huh? What, we're meeting now?
Most people are here.
That's... She thinks. That's a lot more sooner than I thought.
Whenever you are ready.
Does it have to be tonight?
If you think you can leverage certain emotional opportunity to get a better result, then you should do so. That's what I would do.
I'll wait until after all the Blair stuff. Whenever that happens. There's no point in getting you guys to promise anything right now when that's in the air.
Right. Of course.
Thanks for checking in, though. Just keep my offer in mind. And I'll keep yours.
Oh, an ember.
Huh?
You might be in distress, but you are certainly no damsel.
I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult. They ain't cut a fine figure in a dress. Whatever. Actually, one last thing. The operation, the mission. Do you think it was worth it?
Do I personally? No.
She closes her eyes and nods at that. Then... Well, it's good to know I'm not alone on that. Well, I'm not alone already, but less than that. Whatever.
But I'm not the one who had vengeance on the line. To them it was worth it. And that makes it worth it to me.
And makes it a fool's venture for me. Right. Good to know. Thanks.
Oh. There is actually one more.
Huh?
He walks out the door and grabs Mariko.
Amber just gets this like et tu brute, et tu rede look on her face.
Attempts to throw her at the room, although she could probably easily outmaneuver him.
Mariko will follow through as she you sort of usher her into the room. You're fucking kidding me.
I'm not. Sort it now.
Well, if I don't want to sort it? Well, if I don't want Mom talk?
I didn't want to sort things with Lyko, nor the enlightened Grandmaster, but I did because it's what needed done. So do it.
Roll me your persuasion. You get advantage from America. Okay. Okay, interesting. Oh wait, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if Amber steals your advantage. Because it's the first roll you made anyways.
And the second roll's 30 anyways, so... Oh, I saw your advantage. It's still 30.
Alright, well, how about this? What if we can't sort it out? What if she doesn't buckle and neither do I?
Then you tried. But I'm not going to be walking around with 3 pissy bitter bitches.
Fucking.
Amber
Fucking
and
real.
America get like wait, did you just say that look on their face?
That was bleeding into Redain.
Quote that. Someone fucking quote that. Put that in the chat.
Ninot's working on it.
I actually wasn't. I was unmuting. But I will.
Okay. Fine. Redain, we'll work on it. And close the door at least. I thought it was 3.
Yeah, it was 3.
Yeah, because it's Amber,
Who's the third
America,
one?
and Tolus, right?
Tolus.
I thought it was only 2 too.
Well, let's see what comes of that discussion. So, need not.
Yeah.
Thoughts for Tertiana?
I think Silas wouldn't hold basically anything back except they wouldn't really mention the Nightmare Imperium much at all.
Really?
Yeah. I'm having a hard time as need not gathering what kind of person Tertiana is sometimes, but based on what my perception is, so what I'm trying to make Silas's perception is, I think Silas would want to kind of not mention that yet.
Let it be known that as you're telling the story, Tertiana calls you out for spots being empty. Like, you have no clue how she detects it. That she reads you like a damn magazine full of pictures. But she's like, after the first time you guys went to the Nightmare Imperium and you just go and skip to the next day, she's just like, hold on, child. What else happened that evening?
So I also have kind of a deer in headlights look because they absolutely did not expect Tertiana to be able to just tell.
There's a certain build-up you were leading up to, and then it just stopped. What happened to the climax?
Cecil hesitate. It's really complicated. The whole story.
That just makes it a better story.
Cecil softly sigh and resign and mention, because I think the first time we went to it was in the middle of the night. I don't exactly remember when, if I'm being honest. Cecil will resign and
you guys are literally just camping. This is like your guys' like first or second night out into the Hollowfield.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, you guys aren't really doing anything. It's just like, we found a place to camp. We go to bed for the night. We wake up in.
Was that before or after Lord Coltark?
That was before.
Okay. Tess would resign and mention that we had a strange dream.
If you're wondering, Tertiana doesn't have any violent reaction, violent dissonance to that.
I wouldn't think so, but...
what happens in the That's a good one.
But yeah, seeing as Trishan immediately caught on to that, Silas would find it futile to avoid the rest. So, no, they don't really hold anything back other than their own memory,
Fair enough.
missing details or whatever. They would very sheepishly mention the fact that they told not one but two great beings of power their real name.
Kershaw gives like a disappointed parent look on her, like look to you. Oh, child.
I'm sorry.
She pinches the bridge rest. You're lucky that they're benevolent, and I hope that it was a good learning opportunity going forward. You're not gonna find fellow beings like that are so gracious or fickle.
I don't really know what else to introduce myself as.
It's
I
not a
only
matter
have-
of changing a different name, although you're free to do that, child. The catch is the way you say it. Like this. She says, Silas. As she says it, you could feel that same shiver of power run down your spine as if, like the last time someone knew your true name.
Silas knows this.
That's not the point, Silas. You can just say it a little bit differently. Pause the pronunciation midway. Something. That's the important part. Sure, a false name is better. It gives them even less of an inclination as to what your true name is, but it is also more overt. Fellow beings from beyond saying their name slightly off, that's just common as a handshake. You don't say your true name when you're meeting anyone in that sort of tier. So, going forward, be mindful. You're locked out.
Okay. Silas
That
will
being said,
nod
if
with
anyone
determination.
nasty does get hold of your name, try your best to think of me and contact me.
Okay.
All right. Now go on then. Continue the story, and you finish out the story,
Yes.
which is like over the course of hours. Because let's be honest here. Let's be honest. The time it takes for us to recap a session, do that for every single session. Yeah, that takes time. That takes time.
We'll be here for like 48 hours.
At least.
So, as you finish up the story, you see Redane walking down from the upstairs area. And Tursha just says, give me a moment to stew on all that. If you want to go get a snack or a drink, it's on me.
They're very excited at this.
So yeah, Redane's walked down. You can see him there. And you know who else sees him there? Sidar.
I do.
I do.
Redane, just the person I was looking for.
He just looks up and sees the jar and just a nice relief.
Like, oh thank God, someone that is in a crisis walking around.
So you're all back. How did you go?
Yeah,
Not everyone.
I don't know about that. I might have done something stupid.
How can I help?
Well, you know the storm that's happening right now.
Lightning strikes as you say that. Thunder rolls in.
So, one of the tallest buildings in the city, I went up there and had a look around, and I noticed that something about the storm is a little off. So I figured I'd go have a look. So I'm inside the cloud, right? And there's thunder. There's a pattern almost like it's a web. And then I start falling. So I don't have much time to think more, analyze more, or to react at all. So I reach out and I try to grab onto it. And as I plummet down, I broke my fall, I suppose. Like you've seen me intercept blows in combat. I landed in the river, thankfully. But as I was swimming up, Silas and Tolis came by, and I had Tolis inspect something for me. When I got out of the water, I noticed I had this almost like semi-corporeal script giant after I touched the storm. And according to Tolis, it read in like commonification, I suppose it would be, RM to see all the.
RM to seal the.
All THE. All the.
It did sound like a spell incantation the way you said it, not gonna lie.
Right. Any
It
clue what
obviously
that
it's a
means?
fragmented. No, it's fragment of something. Storm giant, I think Tolis said. So my thinking, I think that a lot of attention is being focused squarely on us, and that worries me. Especially with what my mother told me about the surveillance with the sendings. We need to get on top of that, especially if storm giants are spying on us with thunderclouds.
He just sort of like looks around and thinks, wait a second. Do you have all your things?
Yes?
Is Tifka still in town?
Can you repeat that, O?
Is Tifka still in town?
Oh. I'm not sure. I think they are. Yes. I don't think they've left yet.
You might be able to make sense of it for us.
Well, Tolis had removed it from my arm, and when it peeled off, it sort of went away. I mean, I could try it
Right,
again,
but-
I guess.
No, that's probably not necessary. But being more familiar with the language might make sense to her.
Or maybe we should check on Tolis. Maybe she can write down what it looked like in actual script.
That's a good idea. What made you want to do that in the first place?
Impulse.
Right. Moving on.
That's it. Verdanus
I have
and
a
Jar truly
feeling-
do have an understanding for each other that is like above everything, truly.
Yeah.
Real bros.
But by the way, have you noticed the way Kasai is looking at Alessandra?
No. Oh my god.
No, I haven't. Actually. Kasai's not here, right?
No, no, she's with the other crew right now.
Yeah, the investigation.
I'd also lean in on the conversation at this point and just be there.
Silas, have you noticed that?
I have. I absolutely have.
What does your intuition tell you?
Nina doesn't know how to put